Have you ever wondered how a hero's journey can come to a close while leaving the door open for new adventures? In the latest installment of the beloved franchise Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Ethan Hunt's saga reaches a thrilling conclusion. Before diving into the details, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. As the film unfolds, Ethan Hunt, portrayed by Tom Cruise, faces a multitude of threats. Following the events of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, he finds himself battling not just a digital entity known as the Entity, but also the cunning Gabriel and various governments eager to exploit chaos for their gain. In this gripping finale, Ethan and his team confront these dangers head on. And the film artfully wraps up the current threat, allowing Ethan a peaceful farewell, hinting at his retirement. As the story progresses, it subtly sets the stage for the remaining IMF team members to embark on their own journeys, even as some original characters step back. At the end of The Final Reckoning, Ethan makes a bold choice to disappear, taking on one last mission, and this decision not only provides a fitting exit for him, but also highlights the relentless pursuit he faces from his own government. He manages to convince the US president to keep the entity out of the hands of Kittredge, believing that no one can be trusted with such power. Ethan's final act involves safeguarding the entity, suggesting he embraces this responsibility with a sense of calm. The implication is clear. He may need to evade governments seeking the entity for the rest of his life. This ending beautifully wraps up his story, allowing him to remain alive yet hidden, crucial to the world's safety. As the plot thickens, the fates of the entity and Gabriel take center stage. Gabriel, once an ally of the entity, seeks to dominate it after suffering setbacks. The IMF ultimately finds a way to contain the entity within a sophisticated device, hinting at its potential return in future films. In a dramatic twist, Gabriel meets a brutal end during a parachuting attempt, leaving little room for his return. The IMF team emerges from the chaos relatively unscathed, though not without changes. New members join the ranks, including familiar faces from past films. However, the loss of Luther, a long-standing character, casts a shadow over the team's victory in Richmond. His sacrifice serves as a poignant reminder of the costs associated with their mission. As the film concludes, the world remains in a precarious state. Despite the efforts of global powers, the threat of conflict looms large. So the IMF, now revitalized, to take a question that may step in to address emerging crises. And with Ethan in hiding, Benji takes the lead, supported by fresh talent, ready to tackle the challenges ahead. Ultimately, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning offers a satisfying conclusion for Ethan Hunt, rather than a dramatic exit. His fate intertwines with global events, suggesting that while he may be hidden, the mission continues. This ending resonates with Tom Cruise's advocacy for practical filmmaking, symbolizing the triumph of human spirit over artificial constraint. And remember, if you think about it, Ethan Hunt is like a magician. He always makes his problems disappear. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you next time. See you.